everyone. I'm going to read another story from this book of mine that I've had since elementary school. It's called Green Light Go. I've read a few from here. One was Lying Down the Middle with the two boys who were brothers in their bedroom, and they had to draw a line down the middle because they kept getting into each other's things. So this one today is called Chicken Pox and Mumps. Have any of you ever had the chicken pox or the mumps? I had the chicken pox when I was little, and I remember it was itchy. They itched, and I remember my mom telling me, don't scratch because it'll leave a scar. So I followed my mother's directions, and I didn't have any scars. But anyway, when you have the chicken pox, you can't go to school. So let's hear about our characters. There are two characters. Look, they're both in bed. Let's see if it's a school day and what's up. So I'll show you the pictures as we go. Other than that, just listen closely and we'll talk about it. Chicken pox and mumps. Charlie had the chicken pox. Mary had the mumps. Charlie had bumps. Mary had lumps. Mary couldn't go to school because mumps is catching. Charlie couldn't go to school because chicken pox. So there they were at home. Charlie was home in apartment 1C. Mary was home in apartment 1D next door. So see, this is a wall in between where they live. Okay, so they're each in their own apartment. Charlie wrote a note to Mary. His mother gave it to Mary's mother. The note said, "How are your mumps today?" Mary read the note. She wrote back, "The mumps make me look funny. How are your chicken pox?" Her mother gave the note to Charlie's mother. Charlie read the note. The next day he wrote back, "Chicken pox itch. I can get out of bed, but I can't go to school." He put his note under Mary's door. Mary wrote back, "I can get up too. Can't you scratch the chicken pox?" Charlie wrote, "My mother said not to. Do mumps itch?" "No, but they sure do look funny." "Let me see. Come to the door." So here they are. They both came to the door. They're looking at each other so they can show off his like rash that's itching and her lumps that look funny. So Mary opened the door of 1D. Charlie opened the door of 1C. Charlie looked at Mary. "You're right. You do look funny," he said. Mary looked at Charlie. "Your chicken pox looks funny too." "How long do you have to stay home?" Charlie asked. 5 more days, Mary said. "How long do you have to stay home?" 5 more days too. "Too bad I don't have the mumps like you. Then we could play together," said Charlie. Because if they both had the mumps, they can't catch it from each other because they both have the same thing. But since they both have something different, they can't play with each other because then she'd give the mumps to him and he'd give the chicken pox to her. And then they really would be in a pickle. "Too bad I don't have the chicken pox like you," said Mary. "Well," said Charlie, "goodbye. I don't want to catch your mumps." "Goodbye," said Mary. "I don't want to catch your chicken pox. So long, don't scratch." "So long, I won't," Charlie said. He went back inside 1C. Mary went back inside 1D. 5 days passed. Mary went back to school and Charlie went back to school. They both felt fine. But the next week, Mary had the chicken pox and Charlie had the mumps. Mary had bumps. Charlie had lumps. So there they were at home again. But this time, Charlie and Mary were lucky. They could play together because once you have had chicken pox and mumps, you can't catch chicken pox and mumps again. So here they are playing over here. Oh, wasn't that cute? Charlie and Mary, chicken pox and mumps. So they each got both of them, but at least they both got better. Then they got the other one, and then now at least they can play together. So that was our story for today. I thought it was cute, And if you don't know what chicken pox and mumps are, that's a good thing. I hope you never get either of them. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.